Hi, I'm Tony Preston. I want to talk to you today about using a tennis ball or some other ball like that in order to press trigger points out of your glutes. I've done this with a lot of different clients. Some people have very sensitive glutes and they'll want to use something like a racquetball on a very soft surface like a mattress. I have other clients, very aggressive athletes, who will use a softball or a baseball while they're working on a hardwood floor. Hardwood floor is a little more difficult to work on because it slips. So today I'm just going to use this big orange ball on this massage table to show you how it works basically. Okay, the first thing that you need to do is find your glutes and where you want to work. So let me talk about doing that. If you put your hand about here on your hip and you move your heel back and forth so that you twist your leg, you'll get to where you feel the top of your femur here. That's one of your important landmarks. Another important landmark is to find this crest which runs around the top of your hip. Okay, so we're going to work in spokes from the top of the femur to that front corner of your hip, and then just work up to the crest here and up to the crest here, and we're just going to keep running around in spokes until we've treated the entire glute. Sometimes you'll want to hit a specific area. If you've got that pattern that runs down the side of your leg, through your knee and behind your ankle, you want to make sure you hit in this spot just above the femur. If you've got that pattern that runs down the back and creates the seizing hamstring, or creates the sort of pain right in the middle of the glute with some pain in the calf, then you don't want to hit here. You want to hit just a little bit behind that and just a little bit below that. So the next thing that I want to show you is how to do this. We can simply take this ball and trap it on the table with our hip, and it's going to disappear here into the table. There we go. And I simply lay into it, and I find the top of that femur. I simply press into it. This is fairly easy. It's also fairly painful. So I'm making this look simple. It actually can be quite hard. So I'm going to roll down just a little bit and work the next area. I'll lay a little bit more of my weight into it. I'll roll down a little bit more and work the next area. And then I'm going to come back up, find that trochanter again, and turn my body around a little bit and find the next one. Now right in here, when I hit this spot, here I am hitting that seizing hamstring. I can feel that when I press into this, it runs right down there and makes the hamstring seize. So I'm going to hang out on it for a few minutes. I'm going to try to relax into it. I'll never completely get rid of this trigger point, but I want to just soften it. And don't think that you'll completely press all of these trigger points out. That's not what's going to happen here. Okay, that one's let go some, so I'm going to move just a hair more and hit the next spot and relax into that. And now I can feel my glute beginning to soften. I can feel my hamstring starting to let go. That's good. Now I'll slide down a little bit more, or slide the ball up a little bit more, and then I'll lay into the next spot. This is also great for those people who get that pain in their sacrum at night when they lay on their side. That actually comes out of gluteus medius over on the side very near the point where I talked about it running down the side of your leg and behind your ankle. Okay, I'm going to roll just a hair higher there, get a little closer to kind of where that dimple is on people's hips. Okay. Now I'm going to come off of that. I'm just going to move the ball back down by the head of the trochanter, or the top of the trochanter. I'm going to hit my next spot there, and then relax into that. I wouldn't suggest doing this more than probably 10 minutes on each side, especially in the beginning. You may get enthusiastic about the idea that you can press some of these trigger points out. You'll just make yourself really sore. If you're really sore from doing this, you can do some ice and stretch, or you can hit this with a hot shower and kind of massage it a little bit, and that'll help. Okay, this trigger point's starting to let go. I'm just going to take that ball and move it up and toward my sacrum a little bit more. Again, I'm just kind of working around in spokes. I'm going to relax into that. Man, that is really painful. I'm almost right there at the attachment of piriformis. Piriformis creates a referral pattern that runs kind of across my glute, down my hamstring, and into my calf. I can really feel that pattern here. So I'm going to hang out. I'm getting where I can relax more. I can just kind of let myself kind of soften and sink into that. And there we go. I can feel that beginning to really let go. Nice. Okay. So the next one, I'm going to come back to the trochanter a little bit lower than I was before. I'm right there on the edge of the trochanter. I don't find much in that area. It doesn't feel like it's tender, that there's anything that I really need to work there. So I'm going to go ahead and move it closer, about halfway between the trochanter and the sacrum there. Don't really anything there. I'm going to go ahead and move it all the way across to the sacrum, right there on the edge of the sacrum. Don't get much there either. Okay, I'm going to come down on the trochanter just a little bit. Relax into it. Don't get much here. My lower glute's on this side. Don't have a lot of sensitivity. Yours might. Okay, next one, about halfway over toward the glute. Nope. Not really bothering me, not getting much reaction through that. I'm just going to roll my body over instead of rolling the ball. And there I get some referral off of glute max. I get that referral that runs into my ischial tuberosity. And that's good. So I've kind of taken this tennis ball and I've run it in spokes around through here, treating my glutes like that. You yourself probably want to do this a little bit longer, a little more thoroughly. Even in that little short time that I just worked, I can feel how much more relaxed this hip is. Like I said, don't want to exceed probably 8 or 10 minutes the first time. You could do this on both sides. You're likely to find different spots on each side. This video is designed to go with some posts or some other documentation that you might see out there that I've done. I hope that's helpful.